Hello. My name is Christian Albert Müller, and I'm in possibly one of my most vulnerable stages where, yeah, I just feel pain. Yeah, I feel very much pain. So let's not make a long story about it. My daughter is not with me. She is now in Egypt. I'm in Germany, and I possibly will not see her for several months, and that's painful. So let's not make a long story about it. I can make now some very nice, beautiful piano shit. I'm not interested in it. And you will feel by this, I'm very emotional right now. And that's okay. I mean, how to say, I'm not one of these guys who is a saint. Don't think I'm one of these beautiful, awesome Muslims. Yes, I'm a Muslim. Awesome, amazing Christians. I love Jesus. And Buddhists, I understand my own mind and beautiful state. And still, I know all of this has their flaws. I just say it like this. They have their stiffness and very boring and very destructive and very not useful. So what I kind of figured for myself is right now, I like to go with art. There's a few people maybe in the world who would say now, yeah, art, creativity. Yes, that's what I am in. I made stone staples that kind of nearly cost me my life. And I made other things, I hope that are useful, because not just art, it was not just about to entertain. It is always mainly about to be useful. So I made this mobile application for women, yes, Mighty's X, with possible 20 million downloads and I don't know, 10,000 or whatever. Kids made by it and possibly even the same amount to avoid it. It just depends on the woman's end right now. My goal was always just to support. So in that case right now, I think I'm kind of done with supporting women in that case. And while I always respect you, whatever you do, if you have this belief or that belief, and if you take this clothes and this cover or not cover or naked, it doesn't matter for me. More, it just comes very much right now. I like to support my child. And that's, in that case, my 11-year-old beautiful, awesome, amazing daughter, Hannah Müller, who is a generation, they call it Alpha, right? So there's, I think, millions other little beautiful girls right now who are going through the stage. And we are living in a time where I think it's very challenging. I mean, if I would be a child in this age and I see, okay, there's Facebook, very boring. There's Instagram, maybe a little bit. Maybe there's YouTube, maybe I can be a superstar and all that stuff. And then you hear all that amazing, interesting people who do awesome. And then you hear a lot of things you say, I don't know if I like that. So I think confusion is a word that I think many of us can align with it. It's not that easy. That's all I like to say. So that's what I'm looking for. I like to support this generation Alpha. Hey, little girls, little boys. I don't say it like, hello, little boy. So yes, really take care. There is pedophile, and I like to put it on the point. There is people who really don't mean it in the most beautiful way. So I'm in that case, you can take me as your harsh teacher. There's people who will really take advantage of you, who will alienate you. That means kind of take advantage of you, tell you beautiful, amazing, nice things, sweet and wine and beaches and everything. Still, it's not about you. It's about them. Yeah. And that to figure out that with a kind of very much challenge of your generation. You will be influenced by AI. And I'm really definitely not the guy who says, no AI. Because I was and I am one of these guys who supports this. You know, I'm programmer for over 40 years. I studied, you know, I played with a lot of languages, you know, Pascal and Modular and C Sharp and I don't know, you possibly never heard about it, Java or whatever. And the beauty is you don't have to know about it. You don't have to know about any of that. Because right now, let's work with AI, and this is something that's changing everything, you know. And take it by the word. It's artificial intelligence. It's an intelligence at all. You know? So if you use intelligence and you say, no, okay, intelligence is something not completely stupid, not just emotion. So we made fire, you know, we learned about how to make computers, or we made, you know, just how to make a car or anything. You basically look about how does a fridge work. You know, you cannot say that just worked by emotions, that worked by science. And science is beautiful. I love science, you know, I love things. Basically, science means that you have to prove it, you know. If you just say it like, oh God, who made the stars, you know, ah, you know, you hear this possible from some very interesting people and some whatever ways. Oh, who made it? It's this one. Okay, prove it. You know, make it again. So anyhow, if I put an apple right now and it falls down, then I can prove it. It's falling down. That's called gravity. You know, and that is called science. You know, we are working not just with some nice mental ideas. Some other may call it sicknesses, or you know, drugs even. You know, in China, you know, all religions and all that is kind of drugs. And I understand this. While I experienced all of this, I grew up, and I tell you guys, quite as a child. Yubidu, you know, I was climbing up trees, I was falling down, I kind of thought I'd die. And then, you know, my mom was very much, you know, that's how the world is. You look, there's the Christians, okay. There's the Muslims, okay. There's the Hindus, okay. There's whatever, the Buddhists and the guys who believe in money too. And then we have the dream world in Australia, and there is so much more. What I'm very thankful for is she gave me a variety. She showed me the market, you know, that's going on. Okay. And she said, basically, you choose. Yeah, and that's the truth. So what I like to say is just keep open. And I think that's possibly the end of the video, because it's going already very deep. Because when we talk about religion, what means basically going back to something. Okay, do you really have to go back to something? I mean, maybe you're not already there where you have to be, you know. Maybe you can be whatever you like to be, maybe a rebel, you know, maybe you like to take your cover, that's okay, you know, fashion or just some idea you like to do it. Or you say, no, I don't like to do it. That's beautiful. Just at least don't hide. That is the worst for me. You know, I have challenges with people who say, oh, don't use a phone, don't use digital, blah, 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 don't use it too much screen time. And then they are all the time on it themselves, for example. Yeah? So there is so much what I call hypocrisy, and I think you can look it up, and possibly I speak it wrong in my German, English. I don't like to show my teeth so much, because I also can blamed about this, you know, don't smile too much and all that. So I got quite experience in life. Whatever you can do, you can be wrong. So don't worry. So at least just enjoy yourself for the moment. That's what I like to tell you. And keep critical. You know? I mean, honestly, now I go very far. I had the biggest challenges in my life. You know, I grew up very much like Jesus, you know, you do and go prove that you are a good Christian and Jesus and so on. And then I found myself, you know, in a dark cellar with spiders and rats, and it's not overdoing. It's really like this, I was in the cellar, sitting on a small bench, small child, punished, because I was reading some comic about, how you call it in English, maybe Dagobert Duck, Donald Duck. I think some of you know that stuff, Disney. And yes, it was just bad. It was just heidnish, and for this I have to be punished. So you go down in the cellar, light off, and live with it. And in other cases, when, now I go a little bit further, when you just was a child with, I don't know, 7 years, and you throw some wood around, and by accident, I apologize, you hit some other guy who throw also woods on you, and then you get punished. You got put chained, no, really mean chained, with really this strong steel chain, on a tree, and then, stay there in the night. And then some fancy family members make like, this wild boars that are known in this area, and you get the shit scared out of yourself. You just, you kind of pee on yourself in this age, at least when I was 8 or so. So, yes, I tell you a lot of stories about how people say how beautiful you have to be in the name of whatever. And then there is a lot of cruelty happen. No freedom, no respect of your privacy, of your personal growth, nothing. So here I tell you again, keep being a rebel. Otherwise, life is amazing. Life is beautiful. It's working for us. I believe in this. That was one of my teachers, Tony Robbins. He said always, life is working for you, not to you. And it took me in sometimes very much challenge, because what the fuck is going on right now? And I should take this as life is working for me. Still, there is some truth in it. Just you have to be ready. You have to be strong enough to accept challenge. And it's always a challenge. Life is a challenge, and it's the most beautiful challenge, because why otherwise we are here on earth, just to have this beautiful, noble challenge problem life that is just pinky. Some people think about this in heaven, but also let's talk about this in another topic. All I want to share with you, and you can think about me in any way, that I am some cool guy, some crazy guy, some family member or not. I love you. I respect you. I maybe not in all what you think in alignment. So I maybe say opposite of it or different. Still doesn't mean that I like to fight you. Also, I have some people I'm ready to fight, because they are just doing not right. They are just doing something that is not benefiting humanity, that is not benefiting our children, because they are alienating. That's a very interesting word that I just had to learn about it, making something nice, but basically taking one parent away from the other parent. That's something not nice, and it should be even be jailed. It's criminal. So by going so far, I wish you best. Okay, now I think I'm very deep. Did I already fucked myself? Oh, can I make a beep on that? Because in most videos, it's beep, I'm making it nice. He didn't say it. No, I said it, and I say it consciously, because also, sometimes we have to say words that are breaking our mindset, that are going through our pain even, and our pinky beliefs. So, sometimes I'm just very straight in words. So, to avoid this further, I just like to tell you, today in Munich, I'm here right now, it's a beautiful day. Look at this. I have a lot of beautiful green. It's rainy, it's nurtured, and I personally, in these days, I cannot think about something more beautiful. Just rain, and I love the thunder. I love everything that gives me this. It's not just pinky, clouded, beautiful, hot, and nice, and family, and then at the end you just miss something, life. And that's what I mean, that you are able to cross borders. So I'm German. I'm very blessed, and I wish so many of my other friends from wherever they are, even the Americans, they cannot travel so many places sometimes as a German can do. So what I like to say is just see what you are in and what you could do with the right mindset, and that mindset means not to adjust, not to accept everything they're telling you, because you have to be, because everyone in your family told you have to be. Because then I go a little bit far, like I have this awesome, beautiful friend who is living in Egypt. I don't like to mention his name, Mr. J, let's call it, from Sudan. And Sudan, there we have still that many girls are circumcised. And let's not talk about, it happens. No, let's talk about a little child, a few years old, taken for a belief. I don't like to say whatever belief because it's just a crazy belief. We have to take her little tiny vagina, in a medical term, cut it off and cut off the clitoris, and all that stuff, and then we have to sew it together. And that is in the name of the highest. So in that case, I say, and please take me by word, and don't make a beep on it. Fuck you. I will fight you. I will be your biggest enemy you ever can imagine. Your warrior standing against you. Yeah? So don't play with me. Don't even try to play with me. Say, honestly, stand just, forget about it. So, and if you're clear about this, that's how I am, who I am. And so I want that you as a parent, if you listen to this, give your child the freedom to be whoever it like to be. Don't put it in some dogmatic ideas of, some ideas you have is beautiful and righteous and the only truth, because then I will just come behind you. Instead, give her the beauty of freedom. And freedom is some kind of creativity. So when your child can play with ideas, mama, papa, and the world and the universe, and give it to it. Just stop it from freedom, telling it that is the only truth, I tell you, and so on. Then again, just watch your back, because I may just destroy you, and I mean it. So I am really very much done with all these people who come to, let's say, Western or Europe or whatever places, say, let's get some health insurance or get some benefits here, and then just complain about it. I don't like it. Wherever you are, if you're happy about it, then stay there. Yeah? If you're not happy, then go to another place. And I did it. I looked for America. I thought America is the place of my dreams. Maybe my father always liked it, Hawaii. And I experienced beauty. I experienced so much amazingness, in the desert of Nevada and Black Rock City and Burning Man, and being there for weeks where everyone left, and just experience something, how to say, it's beyond spiritual, it's beyond something, you can call it drugs, and then people, yes, they talked about dragons and so on. It was crazy. Still, yes, I'm very grateful that I had the chance in this life to experience it. And for everyone I met there, all these beautiful, crazy people. And there are some of the people, you know, when I call them now, we would start like a call, and now don't be surprised, like so. How would you call that in a friendship? You can do this to each other, you know. So yes, this happened, and we lost. You know, we are in different countries, we are different places. Still, we have kind of similar lives. We have the responsibility to make our life financially. Many people make it like, oh, you just money, 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 money. No, and at the end, they are especially these people are the one who, oh, I need money, a government have to pay me this and this and this and this. Oh my God, accept it, you know? Money and finances is just a spiritual game. You know, you give something into something, and you save it, and you can give to others. So do it, you know. And if you have nothing to give, then sorry, you made possible maybe something, you can do something better. You know? So what else to say? I'm looking right now on this. It's don't ask me for the name, but I know sometimes the bees comes and the butterflies, and this is some solar how you call it, fountain. I like solar because, you know, we don't need another electricity. And I love green, and I love my piano. So I love art, I love music, and that's what I like to share. And I'm possible at the point where I have nothing to lose, because I'm in the stage where I think I made everything. You know, I made millions, I made dollars, euros, however you like to call it. I experienced crazy stuff in sex and drugs and rock and roll. So, and I'm not hiding it. And any visa in America, whatever, you know, if you don't like to get me in because I have a life experience, that's okay. I'm not hiding. You know, you can really ask me everything. I have a challenge with people who are hiding, who say, you know, I never did this, you know, I never was violent, or I never was taking drugs, or, you know, whatever, and then putting themselves on a scarf and doing like they are the most holy in the world. People like this, I have a challenge. And yeah, what else to say? Sometimes just breathing. And maybe you wonder, what is this guy doing? And I'm wondering what I'm doing here right now. And that's maybe me, you know. And I like to express me without a filter. You know what I mean, filter, you know. And without hiding. I can tell you that I masturbated, you know, not just once before. You know, I have my fun. So, but in some cultures this would be already like a okay, then shoot me. I just was also never the guy who just like to, and now I say again words like fuck every girl. It was just never me. The woman I always wanted to be the love of my life, I have to say. Yeah, I wanted to make love. I wanted to feel intimate. So, yeah, in that case, I think I also was kind of honest to myself, and trust me, it didn't work always out. I was married 3 times. I think 2 women would say, yes, I was married with him. One would say, no, I'm not sure, I never was married with him, you know, blah, 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 was fake or whatever. You know, so take care of yourself. But at least on on legal paper, I can say I was kind of married 3 times. And yeah, I was not just, I was in another relationship that was possible, even the longest, without papers. And I have to contribute my honor to that relationship. I was very much in love, and then after I think 13 years, she said, "No, you're not good enough. There's someone else." And it hurt very much, and I was thinking I go crazy. And then later she thought maybe she was crazy, but that doesn't matter, That's life again. And that is what I like to share is, please stop saying or imagine how life is. I mean, there is one or two things I like to share, One says, there is no proof that God is here. But there is also no proof that God isn't there. So let's make it like this. It's just, and the other one is, you have God right now. That's okay. Because there's possible more times for more videos. And I like to share more videos, just honest, where I feel not just vulnerable. We always talk about vulnerable. And I saw many videos for sure of friends, who are also in let's say groups who we talk about, oh, they have money, millionaires, billionaires, and they're really cool. And they ask me for, oh, if you like to have some kind of advice, $20,000 is kind of what I ask usually for. And I was like, So, but yeah, that is what it is, it happens, Still, I give a shit about it. Whatever you like to think about me, I just like to be there for you as a human being. So if you are one of these girls, covered here and just your eyes, and we call it burqa or whatever like to call it. And I personally don't like it so much. I don't like, this black, whatever, But if one person would come and I see you in a subway and he would go against you and grab you, trust me, I would be the first one who stands up there and kicks this motherfucking guy's ass. That's all what I like to say. I just like to find, like everyone, my place in this space. So there's a song of me. I don't know, maybe I like to end this silly video now with this. It's possible they're totally wrong accords because art and all the stuff you have. That was the other one. Do you like to tell God a joke? What do you have to do about it? Just tell him your plans. I don't know when I will have the courage enough again to post a video like this. When I'm crazy enough again. And trust me, I was called crazy, not just once. I was maybe in the, 8th class, and I was called crazy. And I was kind of punk, trying to make some cool blonde hair, and it looked horrible. And I tried to make it black, so it came blue. And anyhow, when I was walking with some friends in the forest, and I just like to give them some light because I had this beautiful, awesome flashlight. They called me crazy. I felt hurt. And this crazy kept with me, and I kicked their asses, and I was a punk, with blue hair. And then they changed, okay, maybe we cannot keep this crazy on because he's kicking our asses too much. So it came K. And K was kind of okay. I could accept it. Because the girls was like, in German, Küken. Küken. Küken is something sweet, it's like a small chicken. I was like, 16, you think, better chicken that the girls like than crazy. So K came kind of my artist name. And how to write it, just K. And yes, guys, I had a lot of tears. I had tears that was from my heart. And it was not just tears about myself. There was tears I felt so much about what I experienced. The pain other had to go through. Was it by physical abuse? Drugs? They put themselves in, doesn't matter. But pain, where they had to offer themselves much below their value, where they thought their worth nothing. And I know that feeling. That's I like to share about it, because it's not all. We are able to grow beyond. We're able grow beyond our own limitations, beyond what we think is all we can reach and achieve in life. And I trust, I tell you guys, love, there is something magical. Maybe a little bit, how do you say, overrated in times. But if you mean it, if you go to its core, fearless, stand to yourself with all your weakness, with all that makes you look weak. Maybe you think still about an enemy who may destroy you, kill you. But if you still keep stronger than that, then I think you reach a level nobody, no one, nothing can take this strength from you. That you're awesome. That you're awesome as you are. without trying to pretend to be something more. You know, something stronger, more successful, more nice, more sweet, more aligned, more good, more saint-like, like a nun, just in alliance with the highest. Or you are just someone you have to be. You don't have to. You don't have to be anyone. Look at me. Playing this all wrong. It's my art. That's my strength. That's my creativity. That's me. And trust me, wherever you come from, if you meet me, shake my hand, maybe even not. I love you. Because who am I? I'm alone. I have my experience, yes. My studies, my parents, my cultural influence. And I worked my life up to it. Went to school, had my fights with friends, my challenges. And still, my career, that's all. That's all. That's all. Just me. Just about me. And if you look around yourself, just your neighbor, however he looks like, however he like to call himself, it's XXM or XMLM or blablabla. Just think what he had, this person had to go through. Woman, man, if they call him whatever gender. But they had to make it through, you know. They had to make a life, pain from early on. You know, from birth on. 3, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 16, you know what I mean? You know, we remember our puberty. And you guys from generation Alpha right now, oh, trust me, I trust you. You don't like to hear anything about puberty and all this stuff. Because you're just in it. And I know how it is. I went through it. I was called the Bavarian because, you know, my mother had this accident and then I had to come with a grandmother, and it was another country, state you call it. Anyhow, 250 kilometers away. It was kind of endless. Different belief, different culture, even. Anyhow, different, you know, how we see life. And the kids there was, at this age, cruel. can you go to make yourself different, independent, unique from others? And for that you had to go through everything. So in my case it was like I was a Bavarian. I grew up in Bavaria, that's part in Germany, the south part. And some of our, how you call it, cultural part of it is a Lederhosen, leather, trouser. So anyhow, the guys in this other country, in the other state said, take this guy's Lederhosen out, just make him naked. And I was feared. And I was scared. And so in some day, I made also crazy things. There was this fire alarm thing, this square with a little glass. And I don't know what happened exactly. They pushed me and said, whatever, you and not you. And I just punched it. I'm not even sure if it made a big school alarm. It was, I think, a big school with, I think, 3,000 colleges. Anyhow, it became a story. Maybe I hit it. Maybe I pressed the button. I don't know. Remember. And anyhow, I was again famous or infamous, and I was just a shit show. And from there, it just continued. I was just the outsider. And it hurt. And then my grandmother was very, she had her very much religious belief. So if you don't believe in what I believe, if you don't believe in what I believe and what is the truth, then you have to be punished. The punishment in my case was going in a cellar. It was very much traumatic because it was going down in a really deep cellar. And going just down, it was full of spiders. The whole walls was of spider net. Spider net? Like Superman? No, Spider-Man. And it was no fun. I was scared because there was thousands and hundreds, too many of them, but not just 10. Spiders, you just saw the skeletons. It was white skeletons, spiders, and the big ones in white spider nets, like they have it in the movies. No fun. And then go down in the cellar, even more and more and more, and then it's this old wine cellars where the water drips, and it's really this. Just think about some shitty horror movie in this. And then, there was a small bench. So sit down here, because you was not good for God. Because you was looking at some comic, like Donald Duck and all that stuff. So you have to suffer now and be punished. So the light will go off in the cellar, quite big. Some spiders, you know that, but there's also some nice rats. I have some friends. So I tell you, it was not so bad because I was prepared. It wouldn't be me. So when I know I have to go down there, I prepared a little torch with me. So I was sitting there with my torch on a bench, surrounded, this big, it was really this cave. And again, the spiders we had, and the rats we had, and I don't know, whatever, cockroaches. But I had my torch, I had my flashlight, and I had my comic, and I had my McDonald's, not McDonald's, I don't know, what was it, Disney. But McDonald's or Burger Mac. At that time it was the same. It was just haram or heiden. In that case, yes, I remember the word heides. It was heidish. So if you're a Muslim or if you're from the Arabic world, it's haram. So I did all this haram shit because I got punished for. So, thanks. So I got my lessons. So I tell you, don't do this to your children. Just share with them the beauty of life. That every day is a gift. That they are free. And I really mean free. Even free from your own dogmatism, your own beliefs. That they have nothing to do with all your shit. With all your traumas you went through and all this, what you think has to be and you got taught. Nothing. Just be grateful that you just see them grow up, healthy, and that's your responsibility. And just let them play. Just let them play. Just let him play. Just let him play. Just let him play. Just let him play. Longer than you ever may have played for. Longer than you would be willing to give yourself, because you're strict to yourself, because you are so trained. Just give your children, give this seed in the world the freedom to be who they want to be, and give them the choice that they can choose who they want to be. And it's not just who you think that life is beautiful and perfect and this one thing. No, show them. If you're a really good parent, then show them the variety of life. Show them how many ideas and beliefs are in this world. Religions. And don't just tell them a little bit, Then, if you like to teach them real, go very deep. And now let's say we go into religion. We have this main religion, Abrahamic. I know the story, killing the son and didn't do it. And then we have the Jewish coming out of it. And the Jesus and, Christianity. And, Muhammad and Islam. So this we call the Abrahamic. And yes, you can look into it. Just learn all about it. About the Jews' history, about Moses, Jesus, Muhammad. And not just one side, that is the only truth. Learn all of it. If you like to learn all of it. If you like to know the whole truth, not just some very narrow view of it. And then you can go further, because there's so much more. There's so much more. So I had the pleasure and the honor to learn about Buddhism. My mother was, she had this book of, there's Islam, there's Christianity, Hinduism, and the Buddhists. And I just saw the Buddhists, and they was kind of peaceful, and I liked this peace, and they seemed most peaceful, so I tried to study more about them. Well, don't worry, I also learned that there are ropes in Rüpel. That means, it doesn't is always as you think of. And anyhow, then let's go beyond of this and let's go to Australia. Hello! Australia, you know what's coming now. Aborigines. Or the dream world. And what is so more crazy to believe that the world is standing on a turtle, that everything is coming out of the stream, than believing in a woman who is just getting pregnant out of nowhere. Or someone is flying on a lion into space. Or even some, very holy person who gazed into a raven. And you will hear stories, you will hear, you heard so much. And if I die today, if I die after this song, I just want to tell you, just keep loving. Just keep open. Don't judge too much. I mean, you will judge all the time. You will judge. It's just what it is. You will judge people who are not looking like your skin. You will judge people who will not talk the same language. So, if you can practice some languages, you're already blessed. You cannot maybe change your skin. Look at me. White nose, long nose, white nose, motherfucking German. And you can make your own beeps on it. And these beep words. And after that you can say, oh, he's so... I don't know. Honestly, I think I'm interested how you judge me after this video, because I will publish this one. Because I'm done hiding. I went through hell, if you like to call it hell, in this way of, suffering. And I have been in heaven, if you like to call it like this. I was in the places where I don't have to wish for anything more. That's a place I just like to stay. I just like to be. That's me. And I had this sometimes when I followed down a tree, kind of dying, or I was on a, 4th Street highway or 6th Street highway, and I was coming unconscious, and people, two guys at least, pulled me away from a 32-ton truck, white, that I saw coming up to me, that I thought I can, I will make it. And then, a few months later, I see some police guy, Mr. Rodriguez, looking at me and saying, you know what happened? And I say, yes. I was there building some stone staples, and then I hit my hand, and then I just came here to my car. And he say, no, that is not what happened. Then you kind of, reject reality. I mean, he's a guy with a, badge. And he's telling you, you are wrong. You collapsed on the middle of the highway. And without the help of some awesome, beautiful human beings who pulled you off of it, you would be possible, just like an ant of this 32 tons, so whatever. But it's truth. Don't mess with reality. Don't stand in front of a 32 or 36 or 50 million truck and think, my spirituality is so awesome. It will just go through me. Maybe not. Maybe you will just get a very bloody nose and worse. And that's what I learned from my best teachers, who who were not, just soft and some tainted with me. Instead, who showed me, who teach me the meditation of dying. And there's so much more about it. I cannot go into it. Tova, where you just put your energy. This little bit what you think is you. Somewhere in yourself, what you say, oh, my spirit, my mind. That you play with it. You say, okay, let's play it up. Let's put it down. And then you put it high. Beyond your imagination, out of your skull. So you hear it even breaking. And then do it a few times. And you just play with energy. And you come very much thankful. You come very much conscious about your vulnerability. And yes, kill me, vulnerability. My American, English, German, Manglish is horrible, I know. But it's, what you think you are compared you really are. And this is very much in relationship to how you compare yourself. How worth you think you are. And this no one, no God, no demon, no devil, no spirit can take away from you. This decision you have to make yourself. And I think in every belief you have, this is the freedom you have. This is even the duty. That is your responsibility. This is maybe the biggest challenge. And there's many tiny challenges in the world you can give yourself, but this is maybe one you will face. And that's it. How much am I worth? How much am I good enough? And this, I wish you best luck. I wish that you see your worth, that you will never give up anything for that you will not fall in empty promises and cults and ideas that just like to make you down. Instead, that you maybe get a strength of a rebel, of a warrior, of someone who is ready to discover new worlds and is willing to take the risk to be misunderstood. To be misunderstood, and I mean not just from a few, from everyone. Because as more you go this way, this route, it's like walking up a mountain. As higher you get, the air gets thinner, and you will see some of your bodies, as much you appreciate them, they are just not able to follow you. It's just their conditioning. And you will be alone. And that's where you will find yourself. Alone. with your own ideas, with your belief of, highest power, the only God, and then you may find doubts about all that, and you just feel, I'm just freezing. It's just shit, fuck shit. What the fuck you're like telling me? Give me some food, give me some warmth, just nurture me. And then you say again, maybe mama, and maybe you still forget papa, because the seed, keep it in mind. Keep in mind where you get the seed from. And then, even to make this not so high, who got the seed? From where he got it? And from there, please, just get it surreal. Not make it manifesting again in some stiff idea, in something, I told you before. Just maybe let's play it in some strange sound, in some strange music, and you can damn it. Oh, it's horrible. It's completely out of harmony, and it's not good. It's some people say it's demon or devil, or don't do it. I just can tell you, here I found one of the most truths. That was when I was alone. When I was 8 years old. My mother had this accident already. I didn't see her. She was in some hospital. I was with my grandma. It was a farming place, and cows and horses and pigs and all that shit. It was beautiful in some ways, but it was horrible also. When you get this shit and you go to the toilet and you think, what the fuck? This is not normal. How can humans live like this? But yes, you experience it, and I have to say, there's a moment I also like to share. In all that mess, I was going up, some ladder, I don't know, 5 meters higher, and it was just I don't know how you call it, this dry grass, and I was alone there, and there was this sparkle, some really light came through the roof, and this dry grass, it makes really sparkles, it makes this tiny dust, and when the light reflects on it, it's like magic. And I felt like in a magic land, I alone. And I felt one with the universe, one with God, whatever I should believe, had to believe, but this was beautiful. This was beautiful. It was beautiful. That was beautiful. I'll never forget. And before you think it comes too pinky, I will go further. And now, as you, I think, got a little bit of this story that I possibly never thought to share in this way. I thought to share it in a book, in a movie, and I don't know what. But now it happened. Yeah, and this beautiful, you have this dry grass and beauty and light shining up, and you think you're one with God and angels. And then, there was cats. Imagine you're a 7-year-old boy, and you're in a farming place, and there are cats, and there's mice. Oh God, now I'm going far. It's a really long story. And yeah, so this you had so much experience, with these pigs, and how they kills them. And when you hear the pig when it dies, or when they put this gun on its head, and it's horrible. They can scream it. It's painful. And I hear it a few times, many times. And I remember these places where they was put in cage. And I was maybe 8 years old. And then I remember, there was this tiny little sweet, porks, or how you call it, pigs. Yeah, and then they take him. Then they took him. They took him up on the legs. And they took a knife and they just cut their balls off. No anesthesia, nothing. It's just shack, take it off. Can you imagine the scream, that scream, high scream? I hear it. I hear the pain. I heard the excuses. Oh, we have to do it because of this and this. I didn't like it. Also, I was a part of it. I didn't prevent it. I was too young, I can say. Still, I just was an observer. And I remember there was this, this doors of this big pork places, they had some hoy again, where there's dry grass and they live in. But anyhow, there was a door, and in this door there was it was wood, and there was a second layer of wood. I don't know how to place this even right now. And in this second layer of wood, some tiny little mice made their families and lived there. And I figured it out. And I was cruel. Because I just grew up like, mice has to be fed to cats. And, anyhow, mice are not so cool right now. So you catch them and you kill them. So in my case it was like I put a pipe of water in, between this wood, and so you put water in the one direction, mice come out on the other direction, and I catch them. And usually I think I let them free, but one time I remember, I don't know where I catch this tiny little mice. It was anyhow in this, I told you before, 5 meter high going place, just beautiful hay. And I catch one of these mice, and I thought, I have to, what should I do with it? I have to give it to a cat. But if I let it just run right now, the stupid cats, in this time, around me there was also young cats, so she just would run around and don't catch the mice. So I have to kind of do something to make this mouse not run away. Now becomes this dramatic stuff. So I had this mice. I kept it on its throat. And I say, I don't know, you have to stay here longer, at least till some cat come. And I put it stronger. I remember how it really was like, And I remember how it made its last breath. I don't know if this is the right harmony, but at least, yes, I was its murderer. Dramatic. Some say, what the fuck, you gave shit about this little mouse. Yeah, but this is one of my traumas. I don't know if it was necessary, I just didn't know better. And this is what I learned later, to kind of forgive myself. Yes, I didn't know better. Maybe now I would tell everyone, don't do it. It's like a lady when I was older, when I was in a field and there was many bees, and I was like, chuck, kill them all, because that's kind of I was used to. They say, she will kind of hunt you. Anyhow, she told me don't do it. And that was a good advice. So, if you think you're better than someone who has a different story than you, who's maybe looking different than you. And I'm not talking just about his hairstyle or color. You know what I'm talking about? You know, maybe darker than you, maybe even brighter, or more yellowish or reddish or whatever. And you just think, oh, he's so different than me. Take care. And then you maybe find yourself in a situation where he says things like, you know, my belief is, and your belief is, no. And so here, keep like a child, be open, loving, because this is how I experienced myself and the best times where I didn't judge. Because if we did not walk, really, this is an old sentence, 1 mile in the shoes of someone else, who am I to judge? So stop that bullshit. Race, culture, all that what you think. Later you think politics. Oh, left, right, middle. My father, and sometimes he was quite extreme. He gave me, think someone in his underwear on the toilet. They look all the same. And we are not so far from truth, I think. So I don't know where these songs go. Still, this is me. And I went through a hardship in the last special month that made me stronger. So I don't like to hide in any way. I don't like to judge in any way. Because I'm judged, trust me. Christian Albert Müller is an idiot. This I heard already years ago. So, whatever name you have, whatever background you're coming from, I just like to tribute my honor as a human being, and that's it. And if you do shit, fuck you. No beep, no play, no pay, blah, 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 blah. Then I will come and take my New Zealand strong, Maui, hawk and just put it on your head. Don't put other people down because you think you're superior. At least don't do it in front of me. Don't say that your belief, your ideas are better than anyone else. Just keep loving, accepting, being open. Be that most awesome human being you always had in mind since you are a child. You like to be. And if it fits in the harmony and the tone and the culture or not, doesn't matter. Make your own music. Just be yourself. Be ready to die, because this can happen every fucking moment. Right now, if whatever, poof, I'm gone, heart and this stroke, and that can happen to everyone. So don't be so selfish thinking that you know anything. Just anything beside being grateful that I like to be just now thinking about myself. I'm grateful that I can experience this tiny little moment. And I think I'm maybe crazy right now, but still I think I take it very conscious. I think I'm very conscious. I think I'm very aware of this moment right now, about how precious it is. I think I look silly and I look for, forget about it. Coming to an end. This is basically a result of love. I think maybe pretension that I thought I have for life, for all the women I met in life. I honor each and one and single of you, and thank you for all the teachings I got. And I learned, you do right and you get, these angels and virgins or whatever you think about. And if it's not, you got these witches and shit fuck shit. So it's the same with the man. Don't worry. You get your man on the white horse. He's rescuing you from whatever shit you are going through. Or you get this motherfucking shit motherfucking cooker who give you shit of life. That's just how it is. Not always handsome. So anyhow, I wish you best luck. And most over, and that is like to come back, is my daughter Anna. I love you. And I know you don't like to be the only, the center of the universe. So I like to go a little bit further. Hey, Paul, kind of son by whatever shit. You know how I mean. I love you, man. I'm your dad, if you like to be it. One of several. And you have brothers and we have all sisters. And mothers and fathers. Still, I think everyone understands coming back to Hannah. 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 This is my song for you. No drama. No hysteric. But it's not action. And a little bit comedy maybe. But still, yes, it's deep. So they call it a drama. And a friend told me, Christian, your life is a drama. Okay. Yes. At least it's not boring. I'm very thankful about all the dramas, all the traumas. Understand? And if you can ask me for anything, I don't know right now what even should I admit more than I didn't do already. Oh yes, there was a situation I felt very, very stupid. I was maybe, 5 years old. I was with my colleagues in the school, and the girls, and we was going to a pool, swimming in one of this, in this city, Bad Wörishofen, and you go swimming and you learn swimming. And then I was very shy even, going in the shower. Because, they cut my stuff off a little bit, circumcised and don't do that shit. I've always felt ashamed. So anyhow, that was one part of it. But then, let's go. Okay, I'm through it. My friends, whatever they did and how I looked at them and how I looked at me. I went through it. But now let's take your bath route and go out into the pool. And then I did it. 5 years old. And then suddenly, someone was like, hey, look at him. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? I didn't thought maybe the same words. And you can make some beeps on it if you like, this makes you feel better. And then, look at him. What? Look at him. His balls are coming out of his trousers. So basically, yes, through my swimming suit, I don't know, my balls was hanging out and everyone saw it and I felt very ashamed. And I think if we cannot share things like that, what human are we? How we like to present ourselves to our children to be just human, vulnerable, making mistakes, being silly, being just. So this is honestly, guys, if I would die right now again, I would say thank you in all directions, in all times. Drama. Oh, I hope it's not too hysterical. even can't remember how I started this whole thing. So someone said it doesn't matter how you play in the middle. You know, it's the beginning is important and the end. So I'm looking for my end now. And I don't like to make it a drama, so I prefer a little bit comedy, action. I don't know how to make it. No, I don't like to go in horror even. So yeah, just some life. And yeah, I heard some girls before. Oh, I remember when you was playing piano. You was young. That was so cool. We liked you, and I didn't get it. So please, girls, if you like me right now, please share it. Say in a comment or make because I possibly am just too blind to see it. And yes, I also looking for love. I'm looking for intimacy. I'm looking to feel appreciated, like everyone. And once again, my deepest apology to everyone. I didn't show my fullest appreciation. That I made possibly feel weak, not good enough, just shit, or I don't know. I'm sorry. I apologize. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you.